Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a bat? Or a dog? Or a tree? What is it that makes us conscious beings, and how does our consciousness relate to our physical bodies? In recent years, there has been a growing body of research that has shed new light on the mind-body connection and the nature of consciousness. Today on SoTile, we'll dive into the mind-body connection, unraveling the science of consciousness. So, let's begin. Consciousness is one of the most mysterious and fascinating aspects of the human experience. It is the ability to be aware of oneself and one's surroundings, and to experience thoughts, feelings, and sensations. While we all have a general understanding of what consciousness is, scientists are still trying to figure out exactly how it works and what it is made of. Is consciousness simply a product of the physical brain, or is it something more? There is evidence to support both sides of this argument. On the one hand, we know that damage to certain areas of the brain can lead to a loss of consciousness. For example, people who suffer from a traumatic brain injury may experience a period of unconsciousness. This suggests that consciousness is at least partially dependent on the physical brain. On the other hand, there are also cases of people who seem to be conscious even when their brains are not functioning normally. For example, people who are in a coma may still be able to experience thoughts, feelings, and sensations. This suggests that consciousness may not be entirely dependent on the physical brain. Neuroscience and the philosophy of consciousness are two different fields of study that approach the question of consciousness from different angles. Neuroscience is a scientific discipline that studies the brain and nervous system, while the philosophy of consciousness is a branch of philosophy that explores the nature of consciousness. Neuroscientists have identified a number of brain areas that are involved in the consciousness, and they have shown that damage to these areas can lead to a loss of consciousness. Philosophers of consciousness have the most famous philosophical debates about consciousness called the mind-body problem. It asks the question of how the mind, which is non-physical, can interact with the body, which is physical. Experiments with split-brain patients have also provided insight into the relationship between the mind and this brain. Split-brain patients are people who have had the corpus callosum sliced off. Split-brain patients have shown that the left hemisphere of the brain is responsible for language, logic, and analytical thinking, while the right hemisphere is responsible for spatial reasoning, emotions, and creativity. Brain imaging techniques, such as fMRI, have allowed scientists to see how the brain changes when we think, feel, and perform different tasks. It shows that different parts of the brain are active during different cognitive processes, and that the brain is constantly changing as we learn and experience new things. One of the most important theories here is the embodied cognition hypothesis, which states that the mind is not a separate entity from the body, but rather emerges from the interaction of the brain and the body with the environment. Another important theory is the dual process theory of cognition, which states that there are two distinct systems of thought that operate in the brain: a fast intuitive system that is responsible for quick and effortless judgments, and a slow deliberative system that is responsible for more complex and analytical thinking. Even after all these experiments and theories, there is still a long way to go in understanding consciousness and its connection with the physical body, but surely we're on the way. That was the video, guys. Like, comment, and share the video to show your love and support, and subscribe for more such videos. Thanks for watching.